Good morning, everyone. Today I thought I would take you through how I am using my wellness journal and setting up for the upcoming week. So I don't have like a whole lot in the beginning pages. I started off the year trying to do a more carnivore meat-based diet, and I've since then added things back into my diet that are not meat. So I just had a master list. I need to add some things in here because a lot of this I'm not really using. I want to put my workout plans in here, but I'm using this place for a tracker. If I hit my calorie goal, if I took my beef organ supplement, days that I've trained, and days that I've hit my water goal. So on the second page, I am keeping track of my weight and my waist circumference. I'm kind of in the middle of a fat loss phase at the moment, so I'm just kind of keeping track of that. Typically on a weekly basis. You can see there's a couple weeks I missed. This because of my birthday, I was just like, I'm not doing that. But anyway, I'm keeping track here of the miles that I've walked or ran for exercise. And then we get into my daily pages. So I just started this in July. I used to be in really good shape, and then I've got all the excuses in the world but COVID and, you know, hurting my knee and this and that, and I gained a lot of weight. And so I'm in the middle of trying to become healthier. It's a lifestyle change, so this has really been helping me to stick with my goals. So I've just got this cover from Sterling Ink. I think it was like an extra I printed. And then I've got the whole month of July in here. So I started to use this differently. This is when I was doing carnivore. So I'm just going to kind of skip through. So at the end of the July, I did a July wrap up of miles I walked, miles I ran, days that I ate carnivore, which I quit doing that in July. Days that I had enough water, the days I took my beef organ supplement, the days I hit my protein goal, the days I trained, pounds lost and inches lost. So I'm going to do that again at the end of this month because I like being able to see that in like a snapshot. And then I've got my August cover, another one from Sterling Ink. And then I kind of started to do things differently here. I'm just tracking where I eat every meal, and then how I feel, and the training for the day. So I didn't train on August 1st, but so like on August 2nd, I had 3 meals here, and then my training, and then how I felt here. So I'll show you. I made a key. This bookmark here is a little, it came in a 3-pack from Cloth and Paper. So I just washi taped a sticky note to it, and this is the scale that I'm using. Let's go back to another page here. This is a good example. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm not tracking times or anything anymore. I'm just tracking the meals that I ate, the training that I did for the day with my training plan, week and day in there, how I feel. So my mood was very good, my energy very good, stress very good, sleep very good, digestion very good, and I did poop. So I'm tracking all of those things, but you know, it varies. So, and then I'm using a date stamp here. I need to get that out because we're going to set up the upcoming week. So I'm just using this little ink pad and this little date stamp. Can't remember where I got this from. I think, oh, Archer and Olive. Got this in an Archer and Olive box, I believe, one year. So set that aside. Oh, and I'm also tracking my calorie intake and protein intake for the day. So right now I'm in a calorie deficit, and my goal is to not exceed 1,700 calories. And my protein goal is to get 149 grams of protein every day. I've been hitting both of these fairly consistently. There's been a couple days where I didn't, but this is helping me really well. So I already set up the 24th, Monday. So I got Tuesday here, so we'll move on. We got 24 and 25. So really all I do to set up for the week is I just use these zebra mild liners to make sort of grids. This pack, I don't remember exactly what it was called, but I love these colors. I think they were like earth tones or something like that. But meal 1, meal 2. That's going to be either meal 4 or snacks. I've been like kind of varying on whether I put meal 4 or snacks. Okay. And then down here is my how I feel section. Like I said, I'm doing it a little bit differently now. It took some trial and error to see what worked for me and like, you know, the style that I wanted to use for it. This notebook, actually I don't think I mentioned it, but the notebook that I'm using is actually a notebook from Cloth and Paper, and it came in their May subscription box as part of the Commonplace notebook set. So it's got this clear cover with the orange on it, and then it's really nice. It's a larger grid, so if you have big handwriting, that's nice. But I'm going to finish out this year in this notebook, but next year I've already kind of decided on what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a Sterling Ink Common Planner for my wellness planner for next year. I have an old one that I bought when it was like half off, and I just kind of sat there and planned out for next year. So I'll share that probably in December on how I'm going to use it. But I'm really excited to get into the Common Planner. Just, you know, I won't have to set up as much in here, and it'll be a little bit more structured, but also I'll be able to put more detail in. Okay, so we got 24 and 25. Now that is over with, that did take a little bit of time. So I've now got, actually, I think the rest of the month. So 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So then my monthly review and my cover page will go here for the next month. Okay, so now we need to stamp. Get out my notepad so I can dab it off. All right, so we have 24. We're going to start with 25. So if you don't know, for these just like roll, so you grab these little wheels here and spin them. So just dab. 25. Okay. Kind of like to let that dry a little bit. I guess we could stamp while I'm setting up the page. That way it'll give it a second to dry. So before I was just using a pen, but for some reason my pen started skipping over the top of these markers. I don't know if because the markers are getting old or what's going on, but and then the other day I tried, where was it? I tried a Tombow dual brush pen, like the pointed side. Didn't really care for that much. So then here I tried this Pigment Micron Black Ink 08, and I like that better. And it doesn't skip or anything on there, so that's what I am going to use. So I write meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, meal 4, training, how I feel, mood, energy, stress, sleep, digestion. Oh no. I think this pen is dying. I've had these for a while. These Pigment Microns. Might have to use a different one. Anyway, hopefully it'll make it through with us for the rest of this setup. Alright, so that was 25. So now we've got 26. So I like to be really careful on this because you could smudge it really easily, so you want to just get like above it, push down hard, and then just kind of, I like roll it a little bit. $27. Okay. Thank you for hanging out with me while I set this up. I know a lot of it was repetitive, but I am loving this system. I know, like most people though, I'm super excited for next year's system. So daily, I fill this out typically at the end of the day or the beginning of next day, and yeah, it's just keeping a running log of how I'm doing, if I'm meeting my goals, whatever. So stay tuned, and in my next video, or a next video, we will set up my August wrap up and my September cover. So I will link this notebook in the description below, and the bookmark. So y'all have a nice day.